Welcome to Sea Talk. We are live today with Sandeep Bains in his, well, I was going to say your new store, but could you give us a bit of background? Could you do us a little bit of an introduction about the changes that are happening in your store?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Kate. So we've been trading here in Faversham for about 8 years now. We took over a derelict pub and originally trading as a Simply Fresh. And then last Wednesday, we completed our refit and relaunched with the Southern Co-op franchise. So it's been an exciting time for us.
Awesome. So what's the customer feedback been like so far?
It's been amazing so far. I think everybody's really pleased. The way that we've laid out the store and the range that we've added, and also the value. It's been so positive so far. I'm really pleased.
Great. So what are some of the biggest changes?
So what we've done, probably the biggest change, is we've taken the Subway franchise concession out of the store, and we've replaced it with a large food to go option. We've extended the chill range, new freezers, lots more range in the store. So yeah, it's been exciting. Lots of new things coming together nicely.
Great. And I'm just about to write on here. Tell us, because we've got 6 people who are watching so far. So hello.
Hi guys.
Feel free to drop us a comment and let us know where you're joining us from. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, hi, Sandeep.
Tell us where you are watching from. Great. So could you show us around a little bit?
Sure. Let's just drift over towards the door and we'll do a little walk around.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me flip this camera around. It's nice and snowy out here today. Oh.
The customers sound cheerful.
Just trying to figure out how to turn this camera around if I can. Okay. I'm not sure I can. But if I show you around this way, so that's the door, very snowy. And coming in, we've got the vape section here that we've added to the store.
Who did that for you, Sandeep? Which company have you worked with going forward for?
So, we're dealing with Aquavape. Ibi and Ilyas have worked really closely for us bringing this together.
What was that? Aquavape?
Aquavape, yep. Ibi and Ilyas have done a really good job bringing this together in store for us. So we've given it premium space in the store at the front. And we're hoping this category is really going to take off for us. It's a high margin category. And there's a big future for vape going forward. So so we've given it some space, and hopefully it will start to work for us. I mean, already we've sold kits that we wouldn't have dreamt of selling like beforehand. Hardware really selling well for us. It's really surprising actually to see that working. So really happy with that.
It looks impressive.
Yeah. So and then if I could turn this camera around, it'd be a lot easier. But you can see this is our long run of chill.
Wow.
You can see. So we start with the meal deal section here into a promo bay we've got here, and then we run into our produce and our veg, and then the grocery runs in there. With lots of new additions. You can see, look, white fish here. We've got some smoked haddock, some things we wouldn't have been ranging before, but surprisingly doing really well for us. I mean, meat and fruit and veg sales and produce sales have really taken off in the last week. It's been amazing.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And how much extra space have you added for fresh?
For fresh, I would say we're probably looking at about additional 2 meters we've added to what we had before. We've never done much in terms of giving a lot of space to soft drinks anyway, but our soft drinks are probably now on less than a meter.
Okay.
And the rest is a complete chill run in terms of produce and meats and dairy really.
Impressive.
We've added a few new bits here as well. So let me see this. This is ready for spring as we roll into February and March. Lots of seeds, so plants, vegetables and flowers here. This has also been going really well for us, and we expect this to be busy as we roll in towards March and really that taking off. Last summer we saw a big increase in plant sales, so this is off the back of that, really just looking to improve and keep pushing and keep giving our customers the options that they're looking for, really, and not having to go too far. They can shop local with us and get what they need.
Good.
Okay, so we run round. So we've done the freezer's looking a bit bare at the moment. Yesterday's delivery hasn't turned up yet, but we've got this new freezer in here, and then this meal deal here that we're offering is the Co-op £5 meal deal. So it's 5 products for £5. Unbelievable value. We saw that sell out in a day on opening day. It was amazing to see.
I was going to say, clearly that's doing well.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, so we just can't keep up with it at the minute, but amazing. Yeah, so much value there, and we've probably got. I would say we probably doubled our freeze range as well, just by in the same space, but with a new freezer, which allows us to have more depth. And then because we don't have separate doors, we also get more width in as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is quite an interesting new addition to the store. So you can see here we've got the Co-op Honest Value range. So we've made a promo end of it. So there's lots of value there. We've got like baked beans, 25p. So we want to add that value perception to the store, and those customers that are looking for that mission, whereby maybe tough times for everybody, but we want to make sure that we're catering to that as well. So we've made an end out of that on the promo bay there. So it will be interesting to see whether this gets ranged into store or whether we keep this on at the end of the bay here. So time will tell on that one. Okay, and this is back up the other aisle. I don't know if you can see here. So that's the mission round. The grocery, obviously, we've still got all the normal services like the Hermes, the cash machine, etc. And as we roll around here, I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well, but this is into our food to go. So we've got bakery there.
Yep.
You can see all the different options we've got in terms of the bakery, pretzels and the nice loaves of bread. And then we've got the nice, exciting stuff here behind us as we roll into the whip and the milkshakes and the hot dogs. Rollover doing really well for us at the moment as well.
Mm-hmm.
Popcorn has been supplied by Pompeo and his team. This is the exact same popcorn you'd find at the cinema. Unbelievable quality, really, really nice, selling really well. And then we've got the Tango Ice Blast machine there at the end. And in keeping with the whole night in kind of vibe that we're going for here, we've added some nice sort of pre-made nacho boxes and candy floss and bits and pieces like that. So it's been. This is a lot of the food to go is kind of, I've had to think about it because delivery is really working well for us. So we want to be able to offer that whole night in option and deliver it. So when people think we're having a night in, they want to immediately associate that with us. So whether it's popcorn, whether it's hot dogs, whether it's milkshakes or ice creams, we want to deliver all that stuff that's going to make that night in for them. We want to be able to deliver that within the hour. So a lot of that stuff does very well for us on delivery.
Wow. And how's that gone? How's the switchover gone from with your customers?
I think the customers have been delighted. I think the feedback we've had has been wholly positive. The way that we've laid the store out, it makes it look a lot bigger. We've added a lot of range in, and obviously there's a lot of focus on fresh, even more so than there was before. So it's been a really, really positive week for us. The numbers have been good, and so really, really pleased.
And when you looked at your ranging, because obviously now there's a different range plan working with the Co-op team, how was that on a mindset? How did you manage to change your mindset on stocking what you wanted to stock versus what was on their category plan?
I think that's something that takes place before you make the decision, Paul. I think once you've decided that you've done your due diligence of the processes and the day-to-day stuff, once you've decided that you're going to take yourself down the Co-op franchising method, you know what you're buying into.
Yeah.
So Co-op do convenience brilliantly. There's no doubt about that. I think that they're leading the way in terms of convenience. For me, it was about having that brilliant Co-op doing what they do best, but then adding what I can add in terms of locally and the magic that we add in store. So we don't want to just be a Co-op. We want to be the best Co-op that we can be and the Co-op in town. So it's not just you're going to come in and get your groceries. You can come in and pick up a milkshake. You can come in and get other things. You're going to get that great local customer service that we offer. That personal touch that we can do. So I'd say that's what we're trying to bring. My entrepreneurial spirit in line with the Co-op franchising model, and hopefully it'll be a good match.
Yeah, I can see that as you've been walking around the store. You know, it's definitely got your touch to the store.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we've got people watching, but no one has asked any questions yet. So if you are watching this live, feel free to ask Sandy any questions before we pop off.
Sorry guys, as we're waiting, I'll show you this as well. We've worked with Maxi Muscle on an exciting new project. So they put something together for us in terms of their range, and we've launched this into convenience for them.
Oh wow!
So, as you can see, we've got lots of their range here on the ladder rack, and they've been really good with us and working with us. So on the pouches there on the protein, we're at £12, which is cheaper than you can get at any supermarket and probably online as well. And not just that, when you buy one of them, you get a free shaker with it, which is £4 as well. So, you know, we're really competitive. It's not just about having that, you know, having the stock in store. We've got to make sure that it's worth its space. So if we're coming in, we need to be competitive. We need to offer the customer what they're after, and I think we've done that really well with that partnership we've had with Maxi Muscle.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So, what percentage uplift have you seen?
Oh, hi, Hodge. So we've seen, I would say, we're about 25 to 30% up in the first week. So we've only got the first week's figures to look at. I'd say about 30% in the first week.
Okay. Well,
given the weather, I think I'm pretty pleased with that. A lot of that has come from places where we would not have otherwise seen that uplift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Haj has asked another question, which is, and are you offering the loyalty card?
Okay, so that's something that we're working on as we speak, actually, this morning. The couple of options that we've got, obviously, because we're not part of the cooperative as such, we're unable to offer, you know, the money back on the card. However, we're looking at the option of perhaps having a percentage off. So whether it's 1% or 2% or whatever it is that you get in store as a cashback, maybe we'll be able to take that off the shop in store. So we're working with VME on that and the guys at Co-op to try and get that done over the next couple of weeks.
And hi Manpreet, by the way. And it was the same question.
Yeah. So as we speak, that's the wheels are in motion on that.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us around.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm delighted your first week is going so well.
What advice would you give, Sandeep, on when a retailer's looking, you know, which group, which fascia, or what route to take? Is it a franchise route? What advice would you give to retailers?
I think that retailers know their stores better than anybody else does. So if you work back from your goal or your objective, I think that's the best way to do it. So if you say, look, this is what I'm hoping to achieve, this is my target, and then you look to say, right, what's the best route to get there? So, you know, if it is, I don't know, whatever you're looking to do, like some people are going to be focusing on different things, other people are going to be looking to, whatever your plan is, you know, in store, look at the goal, look at the objective, and then work your way back, and then that should point you in the right direction. On top of that, definitely do your due diligence. You know, I probably spent 4 months, you know, visiting stores, having meetings, checking on things, you know, seeing things in operation. So we're just spending days in stores, seeing how things are working. And, you know, once you've done that, you can be confident in the decision that you've made.
And you do that very well with your social media as well, don't you? Pre-launching your store, was, you know, talking about it, especially on Instagram. You was bringing it to life really well on there, wasn't you?
Yeah, so I think that's probably one of the best things that I've done is definitely outsource the social media. So I think it's got quite a professional feel about it. I set the objectives, and then we work together to execute. And then Hannah does a great job from Pear Tree Marketing to provide the assets. So it was really important to make sure that, you know, coming towards the middle of end of Jan, people are going to be, you know, it's not the most exciting period of time, you know, time of year. So we need to make sure that when we launched, that we had that buzz about the store. So we had leading into the launch, it was all about keeping customers engaged, making sure they knew what was going on in store, and also getting them excited for launch day. So launch day in store was just amazing. It was really busy. The buzz, you know, people knew exactly what they were coming in for. They knew what was in store. They knew what the offer was. So yeah, it's really, really important that you use social media to to capture your customers, to capture their their attention, and then you can use that in store to benefit in sales.
Great. Well, we've just had a really good question just coming from Hi Sunny. How much are your sales split between in-store and delivery?
So I would say it's a good question, Sunny. Hi. At the moment, I would say our split is around. I would say we're doing about 15% in delivery, 15 to 20%. And my focus this year, it's very difficult to set targets for in-store because COVID has put us in a position that you just don't know what the variables are going to be. But in terms of delivery, we do have some control over that. So I've set the targets in motion for where we want to be at the end of the year. We want to grow that. That's my number one focus, is growing delivery sales this year. So we want to keep pushing on that, because at the moment we don't have a Uber or Deliveroo or anybody else. We're using Snappy Shopper. So there's nobody else in the area. So I've got to try and capture as much of that market as possible. So again, along with Hannah, that process is in motion in terms of how we're going to attract more and more new customers. Because what we find is when people are ordering, they are very loyal to the app, to our store. So once we get people on, we tend to keep them, because we try and offer the best service possible. It's all about dragging new customers into that. So marketing is so key, and that, again, social media is critical.
Great. I've got a question here from Jimmy. What was the reason for the move to?
Hi, Jimmy. So I think for me, I've got the store, obviously. We've been working on some property developments as well, and it was for me, it was about having this as my base moving forward. And to do that without having to spend all of my time in store to micromanage, I wanted to put processes in place that would mean I could maybe take a little step backwards and have the store still developing, still reaching the heights that we want it to reach, and the processes that come in place with that are critical. So we wanted to have that in place, and Co-op offer the franchise model, which kind of puts that in place, and it really helps. So the support we've had has been brilliant. I've had somebody in store, so it's been obviously all the way up to launch, but since launch it's been, I think, 8 or 9 days. We've had somebody with us for probably 7 of those days. So we haven't been left to fend for ourselves at all. We've had the support there to make sure that those processes are being carried out properly by the staff, and then we're launching properly.
Great. Well, we've had no more questions on the floor. We've had some well wishes come through. Well done and good luck.
Thanks, Manpreet.
But anything else from you, Paul?
Any big shout outs that you want to give, Sandeep, to suppliers that helped you on your journey from, pre-joining up with the Co-op and where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's been a real pleasure to work with the guys that we've kind of finished with here in store. So the vapes has been great. So Ilyas and Ibby there have been great from Aqua Vape. Paul Johal from Whip has been great in supporting us. Lucas Aid have been great. Gladys, but mainly I want to say a big thank you to everybody in our convenience store group that shares so many ideas, and it's really been the key to bringing all this together for me. So thank you to that convenience store group that have shared so many ideas, and it's just a great family that we've got there.
Yeah. Very good, and all the best to you. And the store's looking cracking, by the way.
Thank you, guys.
Just going forward.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Great. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Cheers, guys. Bye.